Well, good morning. Friday, November 25th, 6:05 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. The first song is called Have You Ever by Paradise Ltd.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do. It's a video. Sting video. Okay.
What is
for credits?
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Good morning, Vietnam!
You're now tuned into the most censored morning show in the realm, Rise and Grind.
I wanna let go. Give me a reason to lose control, but I'm scared of feeling like I'm out of space, trying to breathe on the moon. I wanna keep the pace, but I can't seem to move. Every time I hit the brakes, all I think about is you. When you said, are you ever gonna know if you're not gonna try? Are you
Good morning, everybody. Today it is Friday, November the 25th. The time is now 6:10 a.m. in the Central Standard Time, and I'm really excited that you've tuned in. We're going to do some learning today. We're going to open up the paper together and sip our freshly ground coffee. If you're not freshly grinding your coffee, please turn the podcast off until you've bought a freshly ground coffee grinder. Good morning, everybody. I hope everyone had a good week. Let's just ease into the content. We've always got so much planned. We had over 1,000 units that we looked at this week of truth and music and information. And we've tried to compile all that down into a smooth, fun mix. So it's going to be between 30 and 40 TikTok videos compiled into one. Because here our goal is to give you long focus ability. That's what we strive to do here. And we try to do it with a loving, righteous heart. That's something that we try to promote here. Good, wholesome honesty. That's what we're about. So let's get into this. Thank you for tuning in. Please turn it up. All the songs will be left in the chat as well on Facebook. If you're on the RJ Shine account, you can get all the links to all the music we share there. And our home base is Reality Check on Telegram. We've been taken down off social media constantly, but that one site seems to be a place where we're allowed to continue to repost the new places that you can find us. So make sure you're on Telegram on Reality Check. There's also a group there called Reality Check Chat where you can get involved, comment, and have your voice heard. So please join us on Reality Check. Let's get into the content. Thank you for tuning in. Finally, Friday. This first one's really beautiful. It means a lot to me. It says here, a year ago, everything was so different. And now that I look back, I realize that a year can do a lot to a person. And you know what this does? It teaches me that it doesn't matter when you see someone when they're down and out and your heart's breaking for them. Just remember that in 1 year's time, if somebody dedicates themselves, if they stay focused, if they stay hard at work, you can achieve just about anything. As long as you have a good heart. This reality will only reward you with stuff that's lasting and wholesome if you have a wholesome, true heart. I want you this weekend to continue to work on opening up your heart. It's the key. Let's continue here. This art is so beautiful. Some of the best art in the realm is now being collected and put into what we call memes. If you haven't learned, that's what this is. This is a meme. It's a picture teaching with art. That's what they are. This one says, the goal is to grow so strong on the inside that nothing on the outside can affect your inner wellness without your conscious permission. Right? You guys understand that thoughts come into our heads that are not our own. They're not ours. And you could say, you don't have permission to be here. Be gone. And that thought will flee from you. Right? If we look what Christ did, he was constantly with authority telling things around him that he didn't want to be gone. And they left. And so too do you have the same power. You just have to recognize it. This one's beautiful too. It says, do not waste time thinking about what you could have done differently. Keep your eyes on the road ahead and do it differently now. This is the key here. If you want something to change in your life, you actually have to do things differently. This is hard because everybody wants change, but no one wants to do anything differently. We get stuck in these patterns and in these loops, and then we don't grow. We stay stagnant. You know, there's people that are still listening to the music that they listened to in high school. They're still stuck in high school, right? If you can't continue to adapt, grow, and evolve as a spiritual being, everlasting life is not for you. Right? And this team, this crew, this podcast is about everlasting life to everlasting life. And we're going to continue to be that for everlasting life. This one's very powerful. It says, step into the fire of self-discovery. This fire will not burn you. It will only burn what you are not. This is sort of a good euphemism for what the truth does. Like in the book of Thomas, it said, when you eat the truth, it tastes bitter. It tastes good like honey, but when it hits your stomach, it's bitter. And when you find out truth and it comes to you, sometimes it shatters your paradigms. The things that you felt so, justified in. The spiritual teachers that you learn from, you find out are horrible people hiding behind a false, fake personality. You wake up, right? It's painful, but then now you know the truth. Would you all not rather know the truth than to believe a lie? I would. A comfortable lie is something that I would rather burn, and I'd rather the painful truth. But that's me, and I want you to do you. This one's so important here. I remade this one last year. Well, I guess it's still this year. We're running out of time on this year. Gregorian time, I mean. This one says, quote, self-love. Self-love is not always fancy coffee, freshly ground, and spa baths. True self-love is your ability to manage yourself when life isn't so easy. True self is apologizing, saying, I'm sorry, and I messed up, and learning from those mistakes. True self-love is sacrificing instant gratification and comfort to create a beautiful life for yourself and the ones that you love. True love is the setting of boundaries. True love is being able to look in the mirror and know for a fact that you gave your 100%. Embracing the transmuting pain that also comes along with healing and growth. That is self-love. True self-love is not always easy. It is one of the hardest, yet it is the most rewarding things that we can actually do to provide for ourselves good, righteous lives. Wholesome self-love. It's not about going to the spa and having ice cream, or I don't know what people think self-love is. It's hard work. It's about honoring who you are and being truthful by keeping your word. That's what self-love is. Beautiful meme. Good morning, everybody. It's now 6:17 a.m. for Friday, November the 25th. November just flew by, did it not? This one's I really love. This one says, the soul does not love. It is love itself. The soul does not exist. It is existence itself. It does not know. It is knowledge itself. It's beautiful. Well written. I really like that. This is really true. This is coming out of the book of Job, a very old book. It says, nevertheless, the righteous will hold to their ways, and those with clean hands will grow stronger. This is something that's prophetic. It's saying that good, righteous hearts will get stronger, and they will stay righteous, and those with clean hands will get even stronger. So when you work hard and you do good things and you're kind, it's going to be given back to you. That's how the law of karma works, okay? We can use any words that we want. We just need you to understand that doing good things is how you stay strong, okay? Very important. Very important. This one also means something to me a lot, too. It says, everyone has gone through something that has changed them in a way that they could never go back to the person that they once were. Have you been changed? Like the butterfly? The thing is that we don't know how painful it is for the butterfly to go into that cocoon, to be stuck, to turn into a bunch of goo. And then wings grow. How do we know it doesn't go through a lot of pain? Because it seems like every time we go through a certain amount of pain, it seems to like lift us up. We then get our wings. It seems to be the parable of this reality. We came here to feel a little bit of pain. A lot of people don't understand it. They don't understand why it has to happen, why we're here. And it's because they don't read. They're not curious. They're not seeking knowledge. But you are. If you found this and you're here, you're a very astute, studied person. I'm thankful to know you. This one says, be that person, go on and root for others who tells some stranger, hey, you look amazing, and encourages others to believe in themselves and to go on and get their dreams. Live them out. Whatever your heart desired, find it and be it. Come on, it's waiting for you. Okay, the realm is constantly trying to give you your dreams. You just have to believe in it and do the hard work. That's all it takes. I promise. Whenever you feel like you get a message, out of nowhere, whether it be a sign, a dream, a realization, or, anything else, immediately it says, write it down on some paper so you do not forget it. Add this list daily and review it regularly. Doing this, you will begin to see patterns and directions in these messages, and it's going to help you on your life path. Do you write down your premonitions? Are you journaling? Are you keeping a log? This is key. This is key to understand. This is how your soul talks to you. Your soul talks to you through signs, through dreams, through messages. You just have to recognize it, take the time to write it down, and then review it. And you're going to be a lot better off, I promise. I promise. This one says, adopt the pace of nature. Did you know her secret is patience? This is something I'm working on every day. And I hope you're working on it too. And actually, most things that we want to achieve, we actually have to do them. Okay? You can't just talk about doing it. You got to work on it. Patience is a tough one for me. I have to be honest. This is the Honest Podcast. This one just got added to the podcast this morning thanks to an amazing poster on Facebook. It says here, quote, instead of buying your children all the things you never had, you should teach them all the things you were never taught. Material wears out, but knowledge stays forever. Quote, Bruce Lee. Such a beautiful quote. I'm trying not to get emotional. It's very beautiful, this quote. It means something to me. But yeah, you know, this is something that I wish I had known earlier. I did try to teach my daughter everything that I didn't learn, though. I always did. But I mean, now, as soon as I learned about this meme and heard Bruce Lee saying, I started doing these things more. And I want you guys to do the same thing. Teach the young ones around you the things that you were never taught. The things that you know now that you wish you knew then. But don't do it in a way like when you're my age. Don't do it like that. Talk to your kids like they're adults. Respect them. Honor them. Build them up with your words. Please. That is your job. This one says, how we logged on to Wi-Fi in the 80s. I did not have a setup like this. I don't know if you did, but boy, this takes me back. Oh, these parts, these games, everything. Now, my older brother, his name is Lee, he did have this. He did have this set. I watched him program a racing car game, code it. It took him days and days, all the black backslashes and zeros and ones. But when he was done, he actually had a video game where he could race Formula One style back in the 80s. I'll never forget that. So yeah, the time is now, what do we got? 6:22 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. If you're late, you should have left your keys hanging up by the door so you always know where they are. Unless you're a lady and you've got a purse, just keep them in there. I know everything goes in the purse, right? And what's the rule? Men, never go into your lady's purse. Please, never. Don't go into their phone. Don't go into their purse, ever. Privacy is a must in a good relationship. We're going to get into another song break. We've got 8 songs planned for today. They're all good in my opinion. Of course, I filtered down through like 1,000 to have 8. And I really hope that the music reaches you too, because not only do we try to share truth and memes here and news, we're going to get into the news soon. We also share music, brand new music, brand new, constantly, each week, new music all the time, because we're growing, evolving. We want to catch and see the vibes of the realm and share them out and find other people that vibe with us. That is our goal here. So I'm going to see you guys after this song break and we'll get into some news. Thank you for tuning in. I am RJ Shine. And that's a great new one called Ocean of Love by Ben's Gentle Re-Rub. What a good new synth waiver to get us going. And we're going to get into some news here. This has to be one of the cutest little animals. I don't even know what this is. Is this a bear? What is this little thing? But watch, I just got to share this with you guys. Come on, this is so wholesome. Is anybody hungry like this guy is? I am sometimes. Look. Come on, who doesn't want one of these things to come in the backyard and get some grapes or cherries? This must be how Yahawahashai feels when he gives us food. Look at that little guy. He's just like, is this a dog? Maybe it's a dog. Is it a fox? What is this? Somebody please let me know in the comment section below what kind of animal this is. Look at how cute he is. He's like, another, please. May I have another? I think it would get addicting feeding this animal. It would get addicting. The thing would get fat, right? Everyone would just make it fat because they just want to feed it all the time. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. It's now 6:28 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. We are in absolutely no rush today. This is just smooth sailing content time. And I'm glad you tuned in. If you're hungry, we've got food, but it might not be tasting like grapes. It might be a little bit sour because the truth is sour. We've got a lot to get into. Let's get into this first one here. Politics controlled on both sides. This is what I see when I see people saying that they vote for Trump or they vote for Biden. This is what I see. This is it. As soon as the fence moves, they stop barking. Put the fence back. Fight, divide, and then move the fence. We're friends again. Put it back. Oh, stop being divided. Stop it. Stop being divided. You look silly. You look silly supporting the government out there. You look like these dogs. You're better than that. Come on. You are better than these dogs. Don't play their games anymore. Wake up. Good morning. Wake up. Wake up. It's time to get up. You got cereal to eat. You got stuff to do. Stop following this nonsense, please. Both sides are on the same team. Okay? You don't need to fall for this false dialectic anymore. Know ye the truth. Become free. Now we've got some interesting stuff here coming out of Estonia. It says here 2 Estonian citizens arrested in Tallinn, Estonia, on an 18-count indictment for their alleged involvement, in a $500 million cryptocurrency fraud and money laundering conspiracy. That's $500 million that they're embezzling or creating fraudulent activity. And we've been telling you guys for like 4 years now to stay as far away from this Ponzi con artist scheme called Bitcoin, which is really just the introduction into the New World Order digital currency. That's all this is, to get your toes wet into the understanding that you're going to be on this blockchain crypto technology. But yeah, Estonians caught, 2 of them from Tallinn. Go figure, right? Another news article coming in here. Did you know that on September 28th in 1994, a passenger ferry from Estonia, to Sweden sank in the middle of the Baltic Sea, along with 852 souls. But what was officially explained as the tragic result of a defective bow design, in fact, it was a massive NATO cover-up. The USS MS Estonia. How come you don't hear the Patriots talking about this one? They always want to talk about the USS Liberty. Now we have the USS, or it was the MS Estonia. It's another one of these tragedies that we want to look into in the future. It says, now I'll agree to that too. I am definitely going to agree to this. This has to be one of the smartest tweets. I gave it a heart right away. It says, instead of governments having these digital IDs so-called on us, perhaps we should have digital IDs on them to track who they are meeting, who is lobbying them, and how they are spending our money. They don't own us. We own them. Well, I mean, if you participate in the kangaroo court, fake-ass Freemasonic New World Order government system, you are under their rule. Now, if you walk away from it, you are free from it. But we should definitely have all these people tracked. Everything they do should be tracked, itemized, everything. None of it should be... Everything should be on the table, open, honest. We don't even need government anymore. Do you know how ridiculous it is? The idea that we need government was invented when men rode horses. You hearing me? When we had to send a representative 4 or 5 or 10 or 20 counties away or 10 states away. And that man on that horse would go and he would do what we told him to. Because if he didn't, he would get rolled in hot tar and feathers attached to his body. Nowadays, we don't need to send men on horses. We have these things called cell phones that are all connected that we could instantaneously vote on any topic. So the idea of having a government who are swayed and moved by lobbyists to serve interests of those that gave them the money to get them there is the anti-truth of how we need our communities to work. But I still agree with this. We should track all these criminals. Every single one of them. They should be tracked, tripped, chased, everything. Not us, them. Good tweet. Have you guys ever seen these incandescent clouds in the sky? Well, this one is maybe a bit of an atmospheric reaction to the glass. I don't know, but I know when I look up at the sky, I see these. They're called Calkedra and many other names in the Book of Enoch, which we'll be reading the second Book of Enoch this Sunday over on Beyond Flat Earth. It's beautiful when you look up and see these types of rainbows that accompany the sun. This one here looks like it's captured from up in the sky, from above. I usually see these from below. Thought that was an interesting picture. I don't know how loud the background music is. Sounds pretty good to me. Hopefully it's not too loud coming through on your side of the screen. Well, this one's interesting. Let's pause the music. Let's start this one over again. This one says, never sell your soul. That's true. Bella Red, don't do it. I don't know if you're trying to glorify this, but we are going to show it. It says, no matter how cool the parties are. Now, I don't think this is cool. This is sick, demonic, disgusting black goo symbolism with why can we see her ribs? Like, this is gross, but this is what they lead her into. Check it out. It's not cool. It's disgusting. It's not beautiful art. This is gross mockery. Black goo is coming to get you. Okay, this is just gross. It's just gross. I don't know why anybody would want to glorify this. I really don't know. I can't figure it out. But for the life of me, I try to figure out why someone would think that was artistic or in any way good for us. This kind of content. It needs to stay away from our minds. It's toxic. Speaking of toxicity here, it says the first publicly sold Coca-Cola bottle from, 1880s contained real cocaine in it for the first 17 years. Thus the name Coca-Cola. It was so effective that it quickly got millions addicted. Let me just remind you that the ingredients are still a secret. Stay away from the Matrix food, it says. Okay, so I don't think they put Coke in it anymore. It's just straight up toxic. We'll have a meme in the memes of the week section when we get back into the editor. So for now, stay away from Coke. But yeah, it was probably okay back then, right? What does it say? Drink contains the valuable tonic and nerve stimulant properties of the cocoa plant for cola or cola, right? So this is the way that they did originally use Coke. So cocoa plants and anything else that we find in the realm that are natural, even poppy plants, if used naturally, not concentrated or synthesized. Man likes to use these words like synthesized, like they invented something. Everything in the realm came from inside this realm. It didn't come from outer space. Man didn't invent it and make it out of nothing. Everything takes a reaction between something and something else. So what we have here is non-synthesized cocaine in Coke, and it would give you a boost. That's what the idea of the pop was originated for. Now it's just straight up poison. Don't drink any of these pops. Stop. Drink water with lemon in it. Also helps you digest your food better. No sugar. Stay away from all that stuff. Let's keep going. We got way more to share with you guys here. This is just blowing my mind when I read this one. It says here, this is the tax you'll pay on a $1 million salary in my home province of Ontario, Canada. Now, I used to make decent amount of money when I was a ticketed licensed journeyman, right? I'm a framer. I build buildings and stuff like that. And I would lose close to half my check. It says here, gross income, $1 million. Let's zoom in a little bit on this. Federal tax, yeah, they're going to take $307,000, $320 right off the top. Boom, gone out of your check. Provincial tax, we're going to add that on because you live in Ontario. We're going to give you an extra tax that not all the provinces have either, right? This one here, $190,000, $919. They're just going to take that too. Canadian pension plan, we're going to take that from you too, but we'll give it back to you if you die or whatever. We'll give a little bit of to your kids maybe. $3,500. Employment insurance, they're going to take about $1,000. Total tax, $502,000, $692. This is insane. They're taking half of your money. This is illegal. It's corrupt. It's criminal. It's so that lazy people that don't want to do anything because they knew another guy with another hat on like their hat, they got the same. They don't have to do anything anymore because they're just going to take it straight up from you. This is how twisted and sick our realm is, and it's all going to burn. So keep your arms up. Don't worry. These people are going to pay because, hey, everything's going to get flipped. If you were a usury, tiny hat wearing cuck that gamed the system, hey, in the kingdom, you're going to be cleaning the sewers. So keep it up. Sewers are waiting for you. Moving on here. Fake war. Fake war. Fake war. Here it is. 2022. We got Sanek, Richie, as Justin Trudeau said here. Richie's here with Zelensky. This is war. Here it is. Check it out. 2022. War is an absolute hoax. This is like 4K. Do they have like Stanley Kubrick's kid filming this? Here comes Richie. Here to save the day. Oh, hi there. Oh, look at Richie's a tiny man too. Not that it matters. You can be a powerful man and be under 6 feet tall. I don't care what size you are. But these men have serious narcissistic tendencies. They're sick, twisted men, right? Because they're only like 4'2". And nobody taught them to be strong. So here they are. This is war. 2022. We're supposed to believe that the whole world is being starved, that we're running out of power. The power plants can't make power anymore in Ontario because of the war. People are dying and starving, but yep, this is war. They film it. They add the nice music. Everybody shakes hands. They go do some cocaine. Get with some hookers, right? This is war 2022. This is a joke. You know, this guy actually played an actor on a TV show that he produced, directed, and owned, where he became president of the Ukraine. And then he literally ended the show, and a week later became president of the Ukraine. It's a clown world. It's what Azazel's best. This was that Azazel was able to produce for you. Good job, Azazel. Good job. Good job. There's going to be a lot of sewers that need cleaning. So your applications are being accepted now for the sewer cleaning jobs in the kingdom. Look at him. Oh, he's so serious with his headset on. Are you kidding me, these guys? Come on. Makes me sick to my stomach. Go on and believe what you want to believe. If that's what you want to believe. You're fully welcome to believe that this is real, that this isn't nonsense, that they don't have this gold fleck painted nonsense all over this stupid ass, tacky, ugly room. And that they're actually doing something because this guy actually cares about you. It probably says in here, call this number for a good gay male porn, horror, whatever it's got on there. It's not, doesn't say on here, help the people. It doesn't. If you think it does, you need psychiatric help. Now, we're bringing this up again because, yeah, they are predicting Donald Trump's death. The Simpsons did, go on and predict it, that he would die on March 13th, 2023. I just want to point this out. I want to document this. If Trump gets killed or a head wound and something comes back to life again, it'll be interesting. It will actually line up with some prophecies, but I don't know if it's really going to happen like that. I don't know. The things that we think are going to happen exactly like we think they're going to happen don't always happen that way. So we're watching. The Simpsons predicted that Trump would die on March 13th, 2023. And we'll see if he does. We're going to see. We're watching. Wanted to document that. Now getting into some more serious news here. Canadian bank launches the first credit card linked to the carbon emissions. This is coming off Tyler Durden. November 19th. A little bit old, but still new. You might want to search this one and be prepared, Canadians. They are coming for your money here. This one here is just crazy. I can't even believe I'm reading this. It says, woman on all bug diet claims crickets taste like fried chicken. Yeah, I don't think so. It's not finger. It's gross. Moving on here. Trudeau. This one has me worried. I mean, they're already doing this. For the last 5 years since Trump took office, I've been completely sandboxed online, unable to reach very many people. I literally have to share my links with you. But what this does say is Trudeau now has full control of our Senate. Bill C-11 will ensure that the public will never get the truth again. The WEF/UNs, both run by the Khan family, or the Rothschild family to be more correct. Agenda 2030, the Social Environmental Governance, SEGs, are well on their way to completion. So what you need to know about this is that Bill C-11 gives the CRTC unprecedented regulatory authority. What they're going to do is monitor all online audio-visual content. This power extends to penalizing content creators and platforms, and through them, content creators that fail to comply. They're coming after anyone who says anything that's truthful, because their lies are so weak that they get destroyed in a public square in a debate. A TikTok video can destroy any of the lies that the WEF and the UN agenda is promoting, because they're lies. They're weak. So, be prepared. They are trying to clamp down harder and harder on audio-visual content online. We got to stop them. We got to stand up and say, we do not consent. This is wrong. We need all of the heavenly administration to weigh in and stop this nonsense. Because we, as these regular people, we don't cuck out to Azazel. We don't serve the New World Order. Satan wasn't able to get our souls. So we're going to continue to fight and speak truth. And what are they going to do? Now they're just going to completely silence us. They've got full authority to monitor and to do anything that they want now. So we got to continue to document that. We're going to get into another song break soon. We got so much good songs. I could play just song after song. I could start a radio show with just constant music and no truth. Maybe one day we'll do that. We'll see. We just got to keep sharing the truth here. This one is interesting. It says rich old people want to use the blood of the youth in order to live longer. I'm going to stop this music. I don't know if you guys know on the other side of the screen, this is what they've been doing for a long time. Of course, injecting the blood of a young, healthy individual into your body is going to give you the benefits that young person's body's getting from the blood. It's not hard to figure out, but let's show it. We want you to know.
There's a story coming out about the idea that rich older people might be using the blood of younger people to slow aging. This sounds crazy, but the idea has been around since the 1700s, and recent mouse studies have suggested that there might be something to it. The mouse studies have actually shown that mice infused with the blood of younger mice live longer and show signs of being healthier. This whole concept, of course, brings to mind dystopian scenarios in which young, poor people are bred to give their blood to older, rich people. There are a variety of risks, including disease transmission and the possibility that we could get the dosages wrong, which experts worry could actually be fatal. There's a good chance that in the coming years, scientists will figure out which proteins could actually benefit us and create an actual infusible medication. And in the meantime, the rest of us would be wise to sit back and wait.
So, I mean, that's what
they're coming out.
Hold on, let me get that pause. So that's what they do. They always bring us these disgusting, satanic, how do I say it? Medical procedures. They always say, "Oh, we're putting chips in people's brains so that they can remember again." Right? Oh, we're learning to synthesize the blood of young children so that we can make something else that'll help again, right? It's all absolute nonsense, right? If you have enough money, they'll figure a way to make you youthful. That's it. They're going to use it by harvesting the blood of youthful people. That's always been the agenda. It's not hidden anymore. It's clear as day. Getting into some more nonsense now. We have the update. So if you've been tuned in to the team here, Awake Souls, Jason Laufenberg, who'll be joining me on Sunday as we read the second book of Enoch, was strongly pushing that it looked like, Trump was going to come back onto Twitter as soon as we heard that Elon Musk was going to buy the platform. It was the first thing that Jason went to as a strategist. His mind went boom, right to, they're going to bring Trump back. And we actually found scriptures that sort of validate this. So if Elon is serving as the man who's giving Trump his power, he's fulfilling a scripture here, right? What he's doing is this is the initial rollout of their agenda. So they took down a bunch of channels, right? And then they're now reinstating those channels on their team. It was a plan to gain credibility, to gain street cred. Oh, I was taken down because people see, the Ronnie Shine, he's got no views. What are the 3 people tuned in? They think, this guy's no good. Because that's what they do. They censor and take down the people that are good, that have power, that are speaking truth. And then they promote and reinstate the people that are liars and on the same team. Elon Musk wears a tiny hat. He was just at the Vatican with his whole family. So here's the poll that he did when he's taken over Twitter. He waited a little while. He's trying to advertise. Trump's using it to advertise his stuff. But they did a poll, and supposedly Elon doesn't have any bots. He can't make this say 50. Elon could probably go in there and put 51.8% on his own and put the fake votes. He can do all of this. He owns the site. So, okay. People have spoken, they say. Trump needs to come back. So then we get this article coming off of the Inside Paper, right? This is Donald Trump's account reappears on Twitter. Here it is. It's back. But he's not posting on it, right? He's too good for that. When they asked him about it live at the Israeli AIPAC thing or whatever he's at, he went straight to talking about Truth Social and then Israel. There's a lot of good people, he said, from Israel on Twitter. That was his answer. Okay, so Trump's back, right? We got James O'Keefe, another absolute shill. Here, listen to him.
Hello, everyone. James O'Keefe, Project Veritas here.
This guy right here, he wants you to send him all your, what do we call it? Whistleblower content. This guy says, come send us all we want you to videotape your bosses, anyone in the media, anything that anyone's doing illegal. He says, go on and whistleblow, videotape it, and then send it to me, and we'll make sure we get your story aired. That's the story that this 8200 unit with the tiny hat wearing, this is what they go around saying. Do not send anything to these agents. They put these people out in place so that you'll be caught, so that they can find who has truth, who is the whistleblower. Don't you for one second think that the Elon Musk is bringing this guy back on Twitter because he's good.
Project Veritas officially reinstated. 647
wow.
days after the Project Veritas.
647, almost 666.
Wrongly disabled because we filmed a lamp post.
See, and what they do is they kick their agents off the platforms for stupid things like a lamp post. That Elon can easily say that wasn't fair, right?
At a Facebook executive's house, Elon Musk getting us back on Twitter, the corrupt Twitter bird, upside down.
Oh,
no longer.
come on.
Not only are we back.
All this is social media mind control. All of it. Let's look at this, though. Hey, I got a question. Why is the indoctrination bird account not reinstated? We're talking about reinstatements, right? Oh, he was calling out the grooming and the pedophilia. Oh, but he's not allowed to be back on Twitter anymore, huh? Elon? Elonald? Where's Dr. Peter McCullough? Huh? Why is he not reinstated? Why is his account disabled? Oh, was he speaking truth too? Tiny hats are at it again, trying to control your mind with their propaganda. But we see right through it, and we're going to show you too. That's what we do here. That's what we get up for early. This has to be, if there was one photo that summed up the entire retardedness of the Cerveza sham, it's this one. Why are these people wearing these stupid masks? And also, have you ever taken a drag off a cigarette or anything else and blown the smoke out? You're going to see smoke. Any drywall sander knows that dust still gets in. Dust is a huge particle compared to what they call a fake virus. You guys do understand that the germ theory was created by the Rockefellers, right? It's a hoax. It's a Freemasonic hoax. Anyways, I won't get too deep into that. Why are these people not wearing masks if these masks are protecting their lives? It's the ridiculously of it is beyond obvious. I will give that a heart live. Thank you to this channel here. Bunts, #23. But I don't like why we got the 2-3 symbolism going, bro. I can't even comment on most of these people because then they'll block me and I won't be able to share the content. Why is this being truncated? I have to fix that. Give me a second while we fix this. I have to be quiet. I can't say anything to any of these people because they'll just block me. So moving on here. Red meat, they're saying here off of Big Think, says red meat is not, I repeat, red meat is not a health risk. New study slams years of shoddy research, says this article, right? Studies been linked to red meat consumption to health problems like heart disease, stroke, and you know that word for years. But nestled in the recesses of those published papers are notable limitations. So what we need to understand is getting good red meat into your diet is super healthy. This is what the natural way of life is. Anything that's unnatural is satanic. Anything that's natural is good and righteous. We are allowed to eat the meat. We need the protein for us to thrive. But look what we have here. So that article says that red meat's good for you, but we've got the New World Order. I'm going to pause the background music. They've got the New World Order saying, nah, it's not good for you. Coming out of, yes, lo and behold, the occupied state of Palestine. We've got them saying they're going to print meat. Look at this. Come on. Do not eat printed meat. Make sure everything that you're buying, look at it, be smart, be careful. This is crazy. Look.
Your steak could soon be 3D printed.
No, I don't want it.
If you live in Europe, Israeli company Redefined Meat has struck a partnership.
That looks disgusting.
Geraldi Meats to drive European distribution of its new meat steak cuts. The startup is hoping to establish its products as an alternative to conventionally produced meat.
Wait, why do we need an alternative? The cow eats grass and produces a lot of meat. A lot. Why do we need to fake it? We've got lots of cows. I live in Texas. There's cows everywhere. The future of food, huh?
Operates large-scale meat printers at its
meat printers
headquarters south of Tel Aviv.
Does this look, south of Tel Aviv in the occupied state of Palestine, does this look healthy to you? Okay, what I want people to understand is if you grow your own food and you meditate and you love that food and you harvest it and you clean it and you give thanks for that food and you eat it, it's got full of spiritual power. What kind of spiritual power do you think is going to come out of this machine? Right? It's gross.
As well as in a new factory.
Makes me sick to my stomach.
Manager of the company's 3D printers.
What are those?
Yaron Eshel.
Yaron Eshel, huh?
Works.
I'd like to have a meeting.
To create my steak, I have a library.
A library.
2 different slabs.
What we got here?
Each one of them.
Choose each step. You clicked on that one?
And I can adjust it accordingly.
You can adjust it.
Find the amount of marbling.
Oh.
The internal fat or the external fat. Now I can start.
So, I mean, all we have to do that is when we go to the restaurant or to the grocery store, we can look at the meat and choose one that's fattier. So yes, you do live in a simulation. It's true. This reality is not what you were told. Okay? It's more of a virtual reality, right? And what they're trying to do is game the system to create fake food because they want you toxically poisoned, right? That's the goal here. And this is what they're doing now, coming out of the occupied state of Palestine. So do not eat this fake meat. I don't think I have to say it anymore. And I think it's time to get into another song break because like I said, we've got 8 today. So we've got a few extra. And I'll see you guys after this break. This one's from Corrine. It's called Train to Harlem. It's a great new synthwave. Corrine has to be one of the most unique synthwave bands in the 2020s. So check it out.
Inside, see it's inside, and there's nothing more that I could do. I wanna break from life, I'll say goodbye. Just another thing I couldn't choose. Chains are hollow, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You got your problems, but it's always easier I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You got your problems, but it's always easier for you. I hate tomorrow. There's nothing left of me to lose. Expect the drama. Which way will you decide? Which way will you decide? Which way will you decide?
What a great new song there. Train to Harlem. That's Corrine. If you don't know, now you know. Let's get back into this here news. Go green, they said. Look at this. Oh, music's too loud. Forgive me for that. Let me turn it down. Go green, huh? Go green, they said. These are electric bikes or scooters. Right? Look at them. Graveyard. It's a graveyard. What a disaster. This is what Azazel. This is Azazel's best. What do you guys think? You like it? You think this is how the free energy is going to go? I don't think so. If you guys are unaware, Jason is working on developing applicable free energy devices for the home use of the average person. There are so many different ways that we can harvest energy in this realm. It's insane. And I'm really looking forward to that. So stay tuned. There's a very good chance that next Friday we will be live and we're going to have a free energy update video. We're going to show you the going-ons behind the scenes as we learn how to create free energy and unplug from the New World Order. That's the goal. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to show you how we do it. So let's move on here. That was a pretty interesting. Go green, they said, huh? Go green. Get yourself a electric scooter graveyard. Go green. Moving on to the next link of the morning. Have you seen Putin's house? This is where Vladimir Putin lives. Supposedly, he lives here. Check this out. Look at this place. Wow. It's pretty crazy looking. I'd live there. I think that's cool. It's kind of like an infinity house instead of an infinity pool. He's got enough money. Why not build it, right? Looks pretty cool, nestled into the trees. It would have been incredible to put these here pieces in, though. And would you be afraid, hanging off the edge? Would you be scared that this thing was going to tip over? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of heights, but I think I could do this place. Was there an elevator, or do you got to go upstairs? I wonder. But that's where Putin lives, supposedly, right? But he's all about freedom now, taking down the LBGT stuff in his country. Everybody gets a gun, right? Putin. Moving on here into the WEF news. It says introducing the Global Battery Alliance. They've made this thing up called the GBA, right? It's founded by the World Economic Forum in 2017. Their purpose is to prepare, quote, battery passports, end quote, for electric vehicles. Not only do you have to have your digital ID and show them your papers, your car literally has to have a battery passport. So they make sure that you're using their New World Order batteries, right? That's the way that they want to do it here. 2022. Moving on here. Imagine if they did this to the Prophet Muhammad, it says. This is absolute blasphemy. Why would they do this? The church apparently in Iceland has apologized for shocking likeness of, they say this name is Jesus, which G means earth and sus means pig. And they said this was aimed at children. So I ask you on the other side of the screen, why is it that they always have to mock the scriptures? What did the scriptures do to anybody? If you actually read them, they defeat the New World Order. They tell you everything that a wicked Azazel has planned. And it shows you exactly how to beat it. So if you want to mock that, go right ahead. I think it's hilarious that these people don't realize that there are needs for sewer workers in the kingdom. The really gross things that need to be cleaned out here. Moving on, I want you to meet Mel. All right. Mel was in charge of deciding what's political disinformation on Twitter. I wonder who they put in Mel's place. I bet you it's probably worse. But that's Mel. 2022. How are you? Yeah, you got other people still continuing to promote that Elon Musk is a good guy because he bought Twitter. He bought Twitter because he's ruining it. They are ruining. They are going to ruin Twitter, if you don't know. I want you guys to understand that they are ruining the platform. They're not making it free. They're making it worse. They're monetizing it, creating all this nonsense, AdSense. But so we got Elon with his top recommendation. Let's hear what it is.
I mean, my top recommendation, honestly, would be just to have a carbon tax.
Carbon tax. In a recent interview with Joe Rogan, Elon Musk spoke out in favor of carbon pricing.
If the price is wrong, the economy doesn't do the right thing.
Oh.
So we got basically an unpriced externality in the
unpriced externality
in the oceans and atmosphere. If we just put a price on it, the market will react in a sensible way. Like, what do 90% of economists think? And like, they all agree. Okay.
They all agree, huh? Wow. World Economic Forum agrees with Elon. Fighting for freedom and truth, right?
You could make this a non-regressive tax. You could say
non-aggressive.
Well, you know, what if somebody's like driving around a lot and they're low income? It's like
it's chillgressive. Chillgressive.
SpaceX will be paying
SpaceX
tax too.
Oh,
we shouldn't have carbon.
He's got boobs. So yeah, Elon Musk is promoting the carbon tax nonsense. This is coming off the Insider here. Oh, look out. Risk of nuclear accident looms over the Ukraine plant. So let me get this straight. The boiling water that produces steam, which turns turbines, which creates power, you're going to tell me is nuclear, and that there's some kind of a scare or worry that the boiling steam is going to somehow hurt us? Listen, everything that we have in this realm comes from this realm. Okay? There's no fear of any nuclear accident. Ridiculous news coming in off Clown World Inside Paper. Now we got the WF's Klaus Schwab, China. As Klaus Schwab works, he is a Rothschild. If you don't know, he is a Rothschild. He works for the Rothschild family. They own China. Here, listen.
On the G20, you were there meeting some of the leaders as well.
And it's also been brought up, why was Klaus Schwab at the G20? He is the boss. And, you know, it's good to see that a lot of the public actually figured this out. Hey, why is this guy here? Because he's not a world leader. He's not leading a country. He's not a prime minister or president or fake ass king, right? What is he?
Result. Finally, they put something as a statement, and it seems quite positive with all the voices included.
I think it's positive. It's already positive.
Positive.
With the fact that everybody agreed about the statement, which we haven't had the last years. Now the base has been formed, but
surveillance.
Go one step further. We
One step further.
A strategic.
Mood.
We have to construct the world of tomorrow. It's a systemic transformation of the world. So we have to define how the world should look like, which we want to come out of this transformation period.
So my question is, who gave Klaus Schwab the power to decide what the transformation of the world would look like, right? Who thinks that they have the right to control me and say that I need a digital passport? Show me your papers and take this, put this into your body. Who's the one that's deciding all this? I'd like to have a sit down with that person and let them know that I strongly, vehemently disagree. So here it is, Klaus Schwab in China saying how they were the role model for, the realm, right? And now we've got China stepping in as number 2. That's Canada now. We're calling it China. Thanks to YD. It's a good one, China. This one says the UK may actually need a digital pound. Go figure, the Bank of England's John Cunliffe says. Yeah, no, I don't think they need any digital anything. It's ridiculous what these New World Order agents are doing. We got free energy talk. So here's an interesting design. Look at this. I'll turn the sound down. There's no talking here. Basically, what we have is a constant pump of the ocean creating waves. And then we've got a bridge. And then they've installed these here devices to rise and lower as the waves come in free. This is green energy. Green energy is energy that's created from the realm, that we don't have to do any work to create it. The sun, the wind, and the tides and the waves is green energy. So this is a great way to create energy. These should be on all the shorelines. right? Why not harness the power of the waves? There's so many different things that we could do. Jason was saying yesterday to me on break that if you put baffles or a certain type of wind tunnel into a vehicle, you could put a turbine in the car itself, and the force of the wind as you drive forward would actually power the car. How about that? But this one here harnesses the power of waves, which we see on all the shorelines in the entire realm. We live in an island realm, right? Everywhere we look, there are shorelines with waves lapping against them. So why not harness the power? Great tweet. Have you ever seen an albino moose? Check this thing out. Wow, it's white. I have to ask my dad. He lives in Hearst, Ontario. He moved way up north. He's almost in the Hudson's Bay. I want to know if he's seen an albino moose. Wow. That's a white moose. It's big too. You wouldn't want to get hit by one of these things. They hit like a car. Moving on. Beyond Meat Factory, they say here in this one, riddled with mold and other dirty conditions, leaked documents. So what do you think, again, I'm talking about when they farm animals, you feed them and love them, and then we eat those animals, they give us a spiritual boost, right? What do you think is going to happen when you have a plant with a bunch of steel pipes that are mixing stuff in bats and adding chemicals to? What do you think is going to happen with the food there? It's going to be toxic, right? This is just nothing. So when Bill Gates said, if we do a really good job with eugenics and vaccines and this and that, we'll get that population number down. A big section of his agenda has been the fake food. He owns a bunch of farmland too. So you got to be careful on what products that you're buying. You want to stay away from anything that says beyond. When it says beyond, it means it's from hell. So beyond the natural healthy realm, we get beyond meat. And supposedly, the factories are riddled with mold. Doesn't surprise me one bit. Coming in off of Clown World Today here on Twitter, it says, why the emoji skin tone you choose matters. Wired's spiritual advice columnist on whether to use the tone that most resembles your own or to stick with the original Simpsons-esque color. Come on. Are people really debating the color of their emojis? Use whatever you want, right? Just do something good, please. But yeah, this spiritual columnist is going to tell you that you need to identify with your own skin tone. Probably it's going to be used as a division tactic, because that's all they do with the colors of our avatars. They try to divide us on every topic: female, male, white, black, yellow, everything. They just want you divided: right, left, Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative. It never ends. It never changes. Same nonsense, different day. This one here says, I was an alleged called a conspiracy theorist when I suggested they'd be coming for your property and our things too. And it goes on to state, BC to table legislation, increasing ease of government to seize individuals' assets without being charged. So this is pre-crime, New World Order. Here it comes. They're going to take anything that you own if you say anything that they don't agree with. That's been the goal right from the start. They're just not even hiding it anymore. It's straight out in the open. This one was November 22nd on that one here. We're almost through the tweets and tabs, and then we've got some memes and some more music, and then we're going to have a good weekend here. We got George Soros making the podcast. Cerveza 19, he says, has also helped legitimize, instruments of control.
COVID-19 also helped legitimize instruments of control.
They're not even hiding it.
Also helped legitimize instruments of control.
And it's like, again, what we have on the screen here is a tiny hat wearing, not tiny hat wearing. So we've got an atheist, supposedly, who says he, stands with occupied Palestine, if you know what I'm trying to say, is out here. Again, who gave George Soros the power over me and my family and my loved ones? Who allows this man to say that my family needs to do this or do that when it's their body and their homes and their abilities to travel in this realm? George, we're going to have a sit down whether you want to or not. Moving on. Now we're into fake, we live in a simulation nonsense news. Listen to what this guy.
Howdy. I don't know if you've seen this yet.
Howdy.
One of the biggest pieces of evidence that we have.
The biggest piece of evidence, what I want you to know is that if anybody is telling you that you live in a video game or a simulation and they're not telling you the true script, the scripture of it, if they don't back the truth, if they're telling you that they believe in Jesus, if they're telling you that you live in a simulation, and this is the proof
That we live in a video game or a simulation. Let's talk about the double.
If they open up with the double slit experiment, you need to run. These people are corrupt, demonic liars. What he's showing in the background is CGI. They don't have any evidence of the stupid. The only thing that's double slit is this guy's consciousness.
Experiment. Here's the gist. On the bottom here, you can see you shoot some photons through two...
Shoot some photons. Show us the photons.
When you're watching them. But when they're not being observed, like at the top here, they turn into waves.
Waves, huh? Show us.
Through the slits like a wave would. And they make a pattern that looks like this.
Okay.
Like this.
Like that?
What's the gist of this? Well, when you're actually observing something... It is a particle. It's in particle form.
It's all nonsense.
It's a concept called particle wave duality in quantum physics.
Duality is a fake. Quantum physics is fake.
They're just acting like particles.
This is just nonsense.
Being watched or observed. They're acting like waves. Well, how does this fit into simulation theory? Well, it's quite simple.
Look at this.
Trying to discredit simulation theory by saying
no, you're trying to discredit simulation theory.
Too much data. It's too complex.
Too much data, huh?
There's no way that you could fit all of this and all the universe.
Now, the truth is that you couldn't actually spherically make a realm where you lived on a globe. It's impossible to calculate the radiuses. Dumbass.
Into a simulation. Because there's basically a rendering problem. But there
a rendering problem, huh?
Problem if there is particle wave duality. Why? Because with
what particle wave duality is what is called an ad hoc theory. So there's no curvature anywhere. So the globe earthers come up with an ad hoc theory, and they say that's because the earth is too big.
Particle wave duality, things only have to be rendered just like video games when they're being observed by the character or player.
I'm done with this shill clown. Anybody tries to tell you that you live in a simulation and the double slit experiment is the proof, you need to tell them that they're a clown. So the clouds being filmed and observed by hundreds, if not thousands of people, the moon, the sun, the stars, and rainbows all have clouds behind them, proves that your realm isn't what you were taught. It's supernatural. The fact that all the things in the sky are luminaries and they act like lights, they don't act like physical objects, is more proof. Now, I could go on and on and on and on and on, but the actual physical reality that you live in is observable. The sun rising and setting out of the ground, filming it, coming up out of the ground. You need to get out there and observe things. Don't listen to any clown shoe that's out here saying they're trying to defend the credibility of the simulation theory while bringing you satanic double slit experiments. Who do you think made up quantum mechanics? It'd be the Kabbalists. The people wearing the little tiny hats. And they're not just Jays. They're also the other Jays. The Jesuits. So stay away from anyone like that. And speaking of Jays, look at this. Mashiach Ben Trump will save America. Who made this? Is there a tag? There's no tag on it. Oh, come on, you guys. Who made this? This is hilarious coming in off the Clown World News. If anyone thinks that Trump's going to save them, you need to wake up. Wake up. Rise and shine. Follow you. You are the one who's going to save you. Okay? You. Not Trump. They knew ivermectin and HCQ worked? Really, did they? Ivermectin and HCQ are toxic poisons used to kill worms in horses. Okay? You do not put this stuff into your body. Don't. This is how they do the double, I would call this here a double-sided lie. Like a double-sided knife. It's a lie on both sides. This is not a coincidence. Latest evidence breaking. FTX CEO Sam Bankman donated over $18 million to support research that claimed ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine didn't work. So it doesn't work. There's no such thing as cerveza. And these things here are actually toxic. So it's a lie on both sides. It's a double-sided lie right there. Don't get you any of that stuff into your body. This is just coming off of Clown World Today again. Women creates gender race neutral cards to replace king and queen and jack. And if you zoom in on the picture, the queen is now the most powerful in the deck, right? She's hiding the king and the jack. This is retarded, divisionary propaganda. They want to divide us on every front. Skin color, food. You're not allowed to eat meat. You can only eat raw vegetables. They want to divide us on card games now. The king. Why does the king deserve to be above the queen? It's a card game. That's it. The king is nothing without his queen. And if his queen is like this, the king is nothing. There's nothing more frightening in America today than angry white men. This is the kind of nonsense that CNN puts out. If you idealize yourself ideologically as someone who is white, you need to understand that you've already lost the debate. Okay, the color of our avatar skin suits has nothing to do with the content of your heart. Stay away from any of these divisionary tactics. We got a funny one here. I got to stop the background music for this one here. The Amish people, I can't believe it. So I just want everyone to know on the other side of the screen. Anyone you see on mainstream networks, on TV, on the news, right? They are what you could call witches, right? You have to be a practitioner of witchcraft to be allowed onto the news. On any mainstream media, on any television news program, if you're on there, you are a witch. It's just the way that it is. It's the truth, okay? It's Azazel's network. They don't let anybody on there. So the Amish letting me down by coming on, but you have to hear what this Amish guy has to say. Watch this. I thought this was hilarious. Let's get into this real quick.
When it comes to actions taken to address the COVID-19 threat, hindsight is still very much underway. For your consideration, a story and outcome you probably aren't hearing much about anywhere else. It takes place in the heart of Amish country. Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Thousands of families lead lives largely separate from modern America. The Amish are a Christian group that emphasizes the virtuous over the superficial. They don't usually drive, use electricity, or have TVs. And during the COVID-19 outbreak, they became subjects in a massive social and medical experiment.
So it's safe to say there was a whole different approach here in this community when coronavirus broke out than many other places.
Absolutely.
Calvin Lapp is
Absolutely.
There's three things the Amish don't like, and that's government. They won't get involved in government. They don't like the public education system. They don't send their children to education, and they also don't like the health system.
Wow. Okay. Right off the bat, the Amish people after my heart. They don't watch TV. They don't like the government, and they don't want to have anything to do with the pharmaceuticals. Amazing. I absolutely love the Amish people for that.
They rip us off. Those are three things that we feel like we're fighting against all the time. Well, those three things are all part of what COVID is.
After a short shutdown last year, the Amish chose a unique path that led to COVID-19 tearing through at warp speed. It began
Here we go.
an important religious holiday.
When they take communion, they dump their wine into a cup, and they take turns to drink out of that cup. So you go the whole way down the line, and everybody drinks out of that cup. So if one person has coronavirus, the rest of the church is going to get coronavirus. First time they went back to church, everybody got coronavirus.
Oh, come on. Okay. This is what makes me mad. I'm going to stop it right there. Let me explain to people here, okay? When you shelter yourselves and you're not putting yourselves into the environment where you're having microbes and whatever you get on the door handle and in the dirt, if you're not having those things in your body and you go out and you expose yourself to them, there's a chance that you'll then get those reactionary things. The body goes through its detox period. So the one thing that we do know is that through Koch's postulates, the test that was done, is they couldn't even prove that when a sick person coughed into another sick person's mouth, they couldn't even prove that it transferred any illness. Nor have they ever isolated or proven that a virus even exists. It's a fairy tale, the entire thing. What they do is they take some sample out of you, they magnify it and say, oh, here's the virus. When you can have a totally non-sick person do the same test and they're going to find the exact same thing. Right? So it's all a sham. It's all been lies. He started off by saying it was true, that the government was against us, that the cerveza bug was completely agenda, all against us. And then boom, he turned it right into, as soon as we went back to church, everybody got sick. So Amish people have stepped up and moved into, they're now a part of Azazel's team. Crazy, but true. Who knew, right? This is something that I want people to understand, okay? This is something that's very important to this team. It doesn't matter if you're not swimming like everyone else, if you don't look like everyone else, if you don't talk like everyone else. Look at this. What is he called? This is a black backstroke hermit frog. Look how he be swimming around. He's upside down. He doesn't care. Get out of my way, he says. I'm coming through. I'm swimming better than you. That's what he says, right? Look at him go. You don't have to be like everyone else. You don't have to share let's mock Mary from the scriptures. Let's call her a whore, right? She was a whore. Ha ha, everybody. You don't have to be like those people just to be cool. Right? Swim upside down and backwards. If that's how you swim, if that's who you are, be it. Do it. You don't have to follow the line. You don't have to be like everyone else. Oh, I'm going to expose the nose because I think it's cool. No, expose the nose because you know what's true and you want to fight for freedom. Right? Don't expose the nose because you're trying to be like somebody else, because people can feel it. When you're not authentic, people can feel it. Authenticity is felt, not heard, not seen. So be like this backstroke frog and do you. He's happy. Look at him go. He doesn't care if he's all by himself. In fact, all these other frogs are just in his way. So be like this backstroke frog, please. Thank you. It's now 7:23 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. Friday, November 25th. And we're still here ticking. We're going to be almost on a year with the Rise and Grind soon this spring. We're looking forward to that. We should have some crazy celebration thing. Maybe the Great Tribulation will kick off sooner or later. This is crazy clown world news coming in. Let me tell you guys. Listen to what this guy says.
But it's going to take all of us to make that happen. So please, don't wait. Get your COVID shot. Get your flu shot. That's why God gave you 2 arms. Each arm if you want. Go to vaccines.gov and let's do everything we all can.
Look at this smug son of a bitch. God, which is a shortened name for the deity Gadriel, who is the one that deceived Eve. Right? It was a pagan Germanic name, also transliterated to the word Odin. And now we've got all these people running around using it as the name of the creator. When he said, my name is Yahawah and will be the same for all generations, YHWH. He didn't have to put the A beside the Yahawah because it was always there. It was an unambiguous, simple language. But we got this guy coming out saying, God gave you 2 arms so that you could get a jab in each. Have that with your coffee this morning. Have you checked out some of the symbolism coming out of the bread and circus show FIFA World Cup ritual? If you haven't seen it now, check this out. They got snake eating snake of Ouroboros. I do like this. This is a ghost. I like the ghost symbolism. Okay. If you don't know, I come from the ghost land. But yeah, as you can see, they got the snake symbolism and the whatever else that you wanted to decipher here. If you haven't been watching the World Cup rituals, they've got them going on. What I want to explain to everybody here is that I used to be heavily invested into the entertainment business of sports. I would call in the radio shows. I would give detailed analysis of all the different teams and all the upcoming young stars. I would go to the Junior A hockey games and write down the best players that I saw and follow them on social media when that started too, just to see who was going to be the best. And I learned that it was a tiny club to get into this NHL. Or into any of these other leagues. And what I want you to know is you can still enjoy sports. You can still watch it for the entertainment value. You could have a child that plays sports. It's the most healthy thing you can do is have your child play sports with other kids, learn to be a part of a team, learn to be a leader too, some kids, or learn to be a good worker and to do his job or her job. My daughter played ringette. She was amazing at it. Sports are great. Do not invest yourself to the point where you get emotionally attached to these teams. When they lose, you get upset. When they win, you're happy. You are owned by the entertainment. And it is put there to control you. And then what they do subconsciously, they lace in mind control in throughout the games. Right? Through the commercials, through the undertones in what the commentators are saying, through the opening ceremonies to the close of the game ceremonies. They're all satanic rituals to suck you in, to steal your energy. In the spiritual world, we call that loose harvesting. But you can still enjoy sports. I have enjoyed sports more that I know that it's fake and rigged. And now I actually enjoy calling out the rigged plays. The announcer in the Buffalo Bills football game yesterday, as soon as they start saying, they never miss a kick. It's been 7 years. This guy's he's about to miss the kick. And it happened yesterday, and the announcer been delighted all over it. So you can still watch sports, and it's fun now because I don't get emotionally invested in them. When the game ends, I'm good. Whether my team that I so-called cheer for wins or loses, I don't care. I'm still happy. I enjoyed the game. Mind you, I barely can watch 20 or 30 minutes without wanting to come back and do research and work and learn and create stuff for tomorrow, right? That's all I ever want to do. But when I do relax, I do still watch sports. But I want you to be armed with the knowledge and truth that it's a loosh harvesting system and that you don't need to idealize these teams. Please, just enjoy the sports for the sports. Pick out how it's being rigged. That's what I want you to do. This tweet here, it says Albert Einstein, this one in the left here, with Charles Chaplin in the center here, and then Elsa Einstein, that's his wife. This is a man.
People believe what they want to believe.
This is a man. What's going on? And they all know it too. Look at Einstein's face. Theory of relativity. Jason's actually straightened that one out too. Stay tuned in if you guys want to hear what the truth about theory of relativity is. But that's Elsa Einstein, right? It's a tranny. They've been doing it the whole time. Don't be fooled anymore. Moving on to, we're almost done the tweets and taps of the morning. Have you seen the documentary Died? Can't say it. Maybe they're probably going to take me down. I don't know. They always take me down. It is out. It's from the same creator of, yes, the Snake Venom documentary, Stu Peters. An agent, shill. You can see here he's doing all the symbolism. You can't miss it. One eye symbolism. We got the 666, and we got the devil horns. That's Stu. He works for them. He's on their team. So what they do is they take truth. So our blood clot thing is bad. It's happening. It's happening a lot. But what they'll do is they'll make a fake story with fake blood clots. And then someone will come along later and say, oh, that wasn't a real mortician. He wasn't really pulling those blood clots out of people. It was all fake. And they discredit the whole thing. When in actuality, there are people dying with blood clots, and they probably did make the Ebola from synthesizing snake venom. Right? That's probably the truth of it, but this is how they roll it out. Right? Always be careful who's bringing you out your truth. And half truths is also the way that they do it. They tell you half truth, half lie. And then they just destroy you with the lie. So either way, just be really careful what you're watching and what you're allowing into your eyes and into your heart. Into some really, really, really interesting topic here. Animal, let me stop the music here. Reported all over the world are these crop circles. These animals, not crop circles, animal circles. Right? Apparently, this is taking place now. Lose track of their path. They end up walking. Why is it going so fast? It must have been watching something where I had to speed it up. So what we're seeing here, basically, there's tons of these coming out now. Did I not have another link for this? There's tons of these. Tons of these. So apparently animals will start doing these circles. Why is it now playing? They'll start doing these circles. Now, it's not like in Mecca. They're not circling some stupid black cube. That's not what's going on here. The animals just start moving in circles, right? So we've seen this. It's happening. There's a lot in this tweet. This is what's very interesting. When they did this test here with this cell phone, I didn't want to go full screen. What they did here with this cell phone is they've got the flies around it, and they're playing it. The phone's there, and then the call. Look what happens. Look at this. So, what I would like to bring into this topic here is what I think we're seeing is the spiritual reality being manifest in the physical. So, a magnetic field in a straight current carrying a conductor does the same thing. This is how we explain it. What is it? Right hand and is the magnetic field in the direction that the current turns. So what we're seeing is basically, I believe, supernatural things taking place in the realm where in this area of the earth right now, there's a spiritual burst of electricity or energy taking place. I don't know if it's an upgrade. I can't tell you what I think it is exactly, but what I can say is that we're seeing it manifest into the realm. right? We're seeing supernatural things, and they're involved with electrical currents and energy. Now, people could say, oh, it's HAARP or it's CERN. They could come up with a bunch of things. But I just see supernatural, spiritual realm being manifest in the physical. That's what I see. And I thought this was super important to bring up as a topic that I don't see too many people talking about. What is going on with these animals and why are they doing this? We really don't know. We're trying to figure it out. We're looking, like I said, we got this information here. We want to find out exactly what's taking place. Why do the flies then circle the phone when it rings? What is going on that makes that happen? I really want to know. What do you guys think on the other side of the screen? What do you think is taking place that when a phone rings, if you have flies in a box, all of a sudden the flies start circling around the phone? Does anybody not think that that's a bit weird? Is it just me? So this article here off the New York Post is covering it. Mystery of sheep walking in circle for 12 days. Why is that phone ringing still? Hold on. We're going to stop you now. Let me get back to this one. So it says here, the mystery of the sheep walking in a circle for 12 days. So apparently these sheep, they just wouldn't stop walking in a circle, right? Scientists says there's a possible explanation for the bizarre phenomenon involving a huge flock of sheep caught on film walking in a circle for, yes, they say 12 straight days in China. Now, I don't know if it was 12 straight days, but they do have the evidence of the sheep walking in this weird circle. They go on to state that the tweet accompanying the creepy footage assured viewers that the sheep are healthy. That's good to know. And the expert suggests there also could be a very natural reason behind the animal's striking behavior, right? So they go on to state that maybe the sheep were in the pen for too long, right? And they just wanted to get up in the middle of the night and start walking in circles. That's what they're trying to say, right? The social behavior of sheep is dominated by flock mentality, they say, right? So they're saying one of the members of the flock just started doing circles, so the rest of them just, okay, we're going to follow. That's what they're trying to say. But they say the sheep had been moving in nearly a perfect circle since November 4th, and it's unclear whether they stopped to eat or drink or whether they were still moving in unison as of Monday when the article was written this week. It says the owner of the sheep farm, identified as Mrs. Mayo, claimed that the spooky sheep roundelay began with just a few animals before the rest of the flock joined in. So they're saying that it was the sheep leader mentality. Although there are 34 sheep pens at the farm, only the sheep in one of the pens, number 13, has been acting this way. So could this be coding? Are they talking through this an illness? They say, it could be an illness that's making them do this, right? They're listerious. I don't know if it's an illness that's causing this, right? But I think something has taken place in the supernatural world, and it's manifesting in the physical, and the animals are actually showing us what's taking place here. That's what I think. That's my supposition on the weird sheep circling. It's not them circling around a big black cube. Okay, let's go into some more clown world news before we get into some more memes. Check this out.
Do you think it's good for kids to see all of these sexualized things, like people kissing each other, girls kissing each other, guys in thongs, girls with out, yourself?
Yes, because if you don't show them this now, then they harbor who they are as they get older. They feel like they're not included in society.
So you think sexualized activity should begin with them at a young age?
Yes, I mean, I was watching like 8 years old.
That's so creepy.
And you think that's good?
Yeah.
Should the LGBT be inclusive of bestiality?
I don't even know what that is.
She doesn't even know what that is.
With animals.
I mean, if that's what you want, then that's what you want.
You would accept that?
Yeah.
Wow. So that's the New World Order today. That's animals, whatever, kids. Teach the kids everything they want. I want to go here. I want to go here. An abandoned mansion in the Irish forests. I don't think anything could look more beautiful to me. I mean, I have to restore it. I have to, maybe power wash off these here bricks, set up some power harvesting devices, build me a garden, clear out some of these trees. But this is where I think I need to go. I can't handle this realm anymore. These people are so sick. The demonic people that are manifesting into this reality right now is beyond me. I can't even believe it. But again, we get up, we rise, we grind. It's now 7:37 a.m. It's Friday, November 25th. Let's get into a song break, and I will see you guys after this.
I'm a human.
break, I fix myself real fast. Just a body made of glass. When I break, I fix myself real fast. Forget I used to dance. Forget I used to love. Rewind for the first time, mine for the first time. I can't convince you. Forget I used to dance. Forget I swayed my hips from left to right. For you, forget I let a kiss escape the night. For you, forget I used to dance. For you, forget I used to dance. So baby, do me like this. Forget I used to dance. For you, forget I used to love. For you, rewind for the first time, mine for the first time. I can't convince you. Forget I used to dance.
That was Dance for You by Sassy 009 on the remix. Let's get back into some memes. I don't know how you guys are doing on the other side of the screen, but I am in a great mood today. I don't think there's anything better. I can hear the birds in the background starting to chirp. The winter birds from the north have now arrived here in Texas. There's more birds singing in the morning. This one here is another little bit of a double-edged sword type meme. It says, did you know? It says, the body can't regenerate itself when it's full of mucus, parasites, toxic chemicals, heavy metals, and dead animal flesh. Mucus forming dairy products, refined sugars, and processed foods. It says, take care of your body. It is your temple. So, yes, take care of your body. It is your temple. That is the truth, right? You don't want to have toxic chemicals. Now, there's a lot of lies in this. So when you see anyone call protein that we eat from fish and meat, if you see anyone call it dead animal flesh, you are dealing with a demonic character, right? This is a demonic character. Okay, all animals were given good for us to be sustained by. Mucus forming dairy products can be bad and can also be super healthy, right? If you look at the advantages to healthy dairy products like unpasteurized cream, milk, goat milk, cheese, and things like this, it's super healthy, right? It can help the body regenerate, grow, heal. I was severely burned. 8% of my body, I had to have skin grafts, and I was heavily into dairy products as a source of protein. And I was able to rejuvenate my skin, and I got out of that burn clinic super fast, way above regular time. So you have to be careful in all of the things that you allow into your mind. If you see someone telling you not to eat dead animal fish, and they're telling you that your own body's healing processes, like saliva and mucus, if they're telling you that that's bad, you need to run from those people, because this is a lie. right? Trying to be guised as something that's did you know, trying to tell you the truth, and then they go out and then they go on and lie to you. So be careful, okay? But yes, let's look at some stuff that's true. Okay, once upon a time, all food was, yes, organic. Until the Billy Gates took over, right? We're going to get back to more of this organic together. That's what we're going to do. So, house plants. It's time to talk about house plants. Now, they're very good. They need to be maintained, all right? You need to learn how to care for them. And you need to learn what house plants you want in your house. We've got Erica Palm, right? We got Physaceae alley. We got Lady Palm. We got Dracaena Janet Gregg. We got Dwarf Date Palm. We got a Bamboo Palm. We got a Boston Fern. And we got a Peace Lily. Now, I'm sure a lot of you on the other side of the screen remember those people in the 80s that had the vines and these plants all over their houses. And there was just a special kind of like freedom feeling around them. For me, I personally want to incorporate lots of living plants into my house. Okay, lots. I want the walls. I want the whole thing to be incorporated. But this is a good meme for us to start to learn what houseplants we want to clean the air. Right? So the Erica Palm removes indoor chemical toxins. That's good. You want that. It eats it, takes it out. What is this? Ficus? I pronounced it earlier correctly, but it removes toxins as well to purify the air. The Lady Palm does the same thing. This one, trichloramine. Some of these words are really hard to read. What we try, but it's Dracaena Janet Gregg. You can just go to the store and say, I'd like to get a Dracaena Janet Gregg, and they will give you this plant. Okay, and then you can study and learn at what type of pH balance is and what kind of soil or rocks or dirt that you need. You always need to have holes. Water needs to drain. You can't have resting pools of water and roots because that creates mold, and then the plants die. But you can get the Dwarf Date. You can get bamboo. These are all things that we need. The Peace Lily looks really nice. I really like the Peace Lily. It's got nice leaves on it. These things are going to heal you, make you feel good in your home, right? Now, how well do we know our herbs? How well do you know your herbs? I'm sure most people know all these, right? Sage, rosemary, parsley, cilantro, mint. Mint is good as a sweet one, right? And basil. So we can burn all these. We can use them as incense. We can turn these into cleaning products for our bodies through simply boiling them in certain types of oils and concentrating that aroma and the oils that come with these herbs, right? Sage, enhanced cognitive function, helps you think clearly. Rosemary helps to inhibit the formation of free radicals in our body. So these are good things that go and help us and aid us in places that we need help. Parsley contains powerful antioxidants. You want to get you some parsley. You know, it used to be in pasta. I don't know if you're using it anymore on the other side of the screen. Cilantro facilitates the removal of heavy metals. This is a big one. Cilantro and onion. Dice up some cilantro, dice up some onion, get the fresh stuff. It's got to have 999, not 666, 999 on the SKU. That means that it's not Billy Gates grown, okay? Mint, you can add it and make your own desserts. You can make certain spicy foods a little bit less spicy with a little bit of fresh mint, right? It also helps with when you're not feeling well. So if you've had nausea lately and you're not feeling well, you could burn a bit of mint. You could eat it. You could turn it into oil or lipstick balm. I don't know if maybe the cold weather has you a little bit dry. You can use mint for that too. It tastes good. They put it in gum, right? Now you can put it in a lot of things. And last but not least, basil, which tastes great, goes good in pasta again. And this is another thing that my grandparents used to load the pasta sauce with, right? My dad's mom was from Sicily. Her name was Marlena Maiola. She was from the ball of Italy, the little ball there, Sicily. And she used to make amazing pasta. Now, I didn't like the basil leaves as much because I used to eat them and they were gross. When they're in the pasta sauce, they permeate the sauce with their antioxidant properties and antibacterial. So when we eat them, it goes inside our organs and helps clean them out. Right? But this is taken away from us. The New World Order doesn't want us to know these things, right? They don't want you to get healthy. They don't want you to know your herbs, but we do. And we're going to continue to learn together. That's what we're going to do. It's fun, right? I mean, how about herbs for organs now? All right, let's check this out. The brain, what is this? Ginkgo biloba? I'm stuttering. Ginseng, cayenne pepper, and kelp. Very good for the brain. right? Liver, we can have milk thistle, dandelion. You know that dandelions, don't cut them down. You can eat them, right? You can prepare them. There's many ways you can do it. Artichoke, another good one for the liver. And burdock root. I've never had any burdock root as far as I know. I'll have to look into that more. We got the heart. Have you had heart problems? Maybe your heart's been broken and now you physically want to heal it up. You can have cacao, garlic, motherwort, and turmeric. Right? These things are all good for the heart. Stomach, we got chamomile, which I love chamomile tea. I do. It tastes great. Licorice, or I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'll get YD to correct me. Is that licorice? Golden seal, and fennel. I don't know what golden seal is. I have to do some research on that. Now we've got the kidneys. A lot of people may be, oh, my lower back's sore, but it's really your kidney. Well, apparently, if you have some sushi, make sure you get some ginger with that sushi. Bilberry, cranberry, which is really good. I love cranberries. And astragalus. I don't know if I'm saying that right either, but I'm doing my best. Here we got lung help. Maybe you're a smoker or an ex-smoker and you feel like you need to boost up your lungs. Mullein, yarrow. I don't know what yarrow is. We got yerba santa and peppermint. So I assume that they didn't teach this in school because they didn't want us to be healthy. Right? But they taught us the fake science, the globe earth. They taught us fake history, right? World War II, saving the land of Israel, right? What they didn't teach us was how to properly heal the body and how to make things stronger. That's what we need to know how to do. We don't need them to teach us either. We need them to get away from us. Toxic home products that you need to get out of your house as soon as possible here. Air fresheners, all of them, gone. Don't put any of this chemical. Look at the ingredients on the back. Do some research on those ingredients. They say not to touch it. Don't get it in your eyes. Don't get it in your mouth. If you swallow it, call this number right away. You could die. And you're inhaling it. You're absorbing it all the time. Most detergents that we use. Now, we've been looking at the ingredients and we've been selecting the ones that are scent free, that don't have any of these other chemicals in them. Regular cleaning products, your Lysol, all this type of stuff, also bad. Vinegar and lemon water apparently is the best for cleaning. Now, I know vinegar, if you clean your house with vinegar, it's going to smell like vinegar, but vinegar does take away all other odors too here. A lot of our plastic containers, they're saying bad. All makeup, most of it is bad. You can make natural, fresh makeup. It takes a lot more work, but it actually can help heal you. You can create medicine that looks like makeup. Go figure. Most non-stick cookware, toxic, right? Scented candles, toxic. Use frankincense, myrrh, and cinnamon that you get naturally. Buy the good stuff, natural. And then you put a couple drops in your non-scented candle, just straight wax, and you're good. Aluminum foil. They didn't call it tinfoil, huh? They got it right on this one. I don't know. I have to do some more research. As far as I knew, aluminum foil is pretty decent for us, but we're going to have to look into that too. And yes, all your scented lotions, toxic. They attack us in every area. There's so many not on here. Deodorant is a huge one. Your lymph nodes that regulate your entire avatar suit are underneath your armpit. So, and the other thing is that your natural smell is what attracts your mate and allows your friends and family to feel safer around you. Mask it up, they say. Put toxic chemicals on there that don't smell like you so that you can fool everybody and attract people that aren't meant to be around you, right? And give yourself all kinds of toxic problems at the same time. So let's stay away from all these things if we can. If possible, that's all we're trying to do here, is just show you what we wish we were told when we were younger. So we're going to show you now, right? Because when's the best time to plant a tree? 30 years ago. Or now. So here we are here. This one's interesting. It says, if a good man wants to become a great man, he must understand how bad men think. And this is something that I know a lot of people probably don't put enough effort and time into. But you have to try to understand the ideology and the thought process behind the Klaus Schwab. Why is he doing what he's doing? Right? Why did that man do what he did over there when he did that was wrong? What's he going through? What way? So when you find an issue or you find how bad men think, you can find the root of the problem, right? And then you can fix it there in your own life, right? So I lived vicariously through my own dad's mistakes, right? I watched him as my dad. He made his mistakes and I learned from them. And I didn't make those mistakes when I grew up, right? Because I saw the way that he did it and what happened. And I was like, oh, I don't want that in my life. So we can learn that way too from anybody and anything. We're observant enough, but we definitely need to understand how these bad men think. We don't want to hide from it. We don't want to block it out. We want to see what's going on in their consciousness so that we can eradicate it from our lives, right? Moving on. This one here, a man cannot remake himself without suffering. Christ showed us the way. You seen him suffer. For he is both marble and the sculptor. I thought that was really well done. Excellent meme creation here. No tag on it, huh? Really liked it though. Excellent meme. This one's important. They aren't afraid of China, or Iran, or Russia. They are not afraid of Kim Jong-un, UN. Freemason, grew up in Sweden or whatever, went to the private school with all the other kids. They're not afraid of North Korea. They're afraid of you. They're afraid of you standing up for truth and having your voice heard. So go on, get up, make your posts, write your articles, create your blogs, make your YouTube videos, make your TikToks, and fight and do it boldly. They're afraid of you. You guys understand? They're afraid of you. Terrified. A cockroach in the light. That's how they are when you stand up. Nobody has any power over you. You have all the power. As long as you're standing up in truth with a good heart. That's it. All these other things are going to burn, fade, twist, fall. They're all just going to eat each other. They're going to cannibalize one another. That's the thing. Team Azazel, they all are trying to be the best on they want to be the top spot. They don't work as a team. They cannibalize each other at every turn. And they're literally cannibalizing each other right now. It's normal now for cannibalism. Well, let's do another song break because we still got a few more to get into. And then we'll come back after this. The only morning show that's not sponsored. And that was Past Tense by Lens. The new drum and waver to get us going here back into the memes of the week. I like drum and bass. That was a good radio version of it. You know, we call those dance hallish when a tune is kind of radio friendly to try to get you guys used to a little bit of different music. We're trying to get people off of the New World Order music here and onto indie music, non-New World Order stuff. Now, sometimes some New World Order stuff might sneak in. Right? The artists do what they do. We don't specifically know each and every artist that we promote here, but we do take a lot of time to check and source each and every content that we bring out. And we want it to be different. Stuff you're not going to hear on the radio, but stuff you really should hear on the radio. That's the goal. This could just be a radio program. I could do this all day long. Talk truth, share information, and play music. I really could. I absolutely love to do it. Let's get back into this content here. It says, the greatest weapon is absolutely not a gun or a bomb. It's not. It is the control of information. What did we talk about with Justin Trudeau? We talked about how he's controlling all the audio visual content online. Right? All the information. To control the world's information is to manipulate all the minds of that consume it. Right? Come on, everybody. We have to understand what is going on here. We have to see exactly what are they doing. Why are they controlling the content? Right? Because it's the absolute strongest weapon. It's much stronger than the gun. So also be conscious of that. Don't be manipulated with the content that you would let into your eyes and your heart. Okay? Be smart. Here's a test. Do you see a hay bale or a hole? Come on now, which do you see? Alcohol test, right? I strongly recommend not getting drunk on spirits or strong alcoholic drinks either. I'm against that. But if you do have some, be moderate, be smart. Your body is your temple, and your spirit is also connected with spirits. So be smart. I don't know what you saw on the other side of the screen. So how much fluoride does your water bottle have? I bet you the tap water has less fluoride than these bottles of water. I'm sorry for everyone that drinks them. I'm sorry. We use it sometimes too to make coffee at work and Gatorade and stuff during the hot season here. It says, got fluoride? Oral Answers examines 13 bottles. Fluoride amounts in ppm and rounded to the nearest 100th. Two numbers represent a range of fluoride concentrations. Aquafina is 0.1 to 0.9. We got 9 to 74. And all these different ones. Descending. You can take a screenshot. I don't know which one of these is your favorite on the other side of the screen. But a lot of these, they just make, Nestle just takes, Lake Michigan, right? And they use the filtration process of creating energy, and the byproduct is this water. And they sell it to you. And they add stuff to it, sure. I don't know if you had the home testing kits, but yeah, does your water got fluoride in it? Moving on. Now, I'm not giving medical advice here. This is just a podcast where we talk about things together. Okay, here we go. Again, with this tweet, we got it back up on the screen. This is craziness. Woman creates gender and race neutral cards. Like, why? Okay, it's just a card game, right? And if we look into the scriptures, we get a scripture that says that there was, when Eve did what happened, and we've forgiven her. Christ had his rib pierced on the same side that she was taken out from. It's over. That was fixed, done with, rescued out of hell. No one wants to talk about that, but I will. But when that happened, the woman was told that she will be put under the man as a helper, a server, to be his, I don't want to use the word worship. I want to find the right word. There was something that was put in place there that the woman didn't like. It was supposed to be like a troll. Something that we would learn from, because sometimes you have to teach your kids how to deal with pain. It's not an easy thing as a parent. Trust me, it's a hard thing. But we do have to go through these steps. And it was added to the way that this reality works. We've been healed of it. It's been 2,000 years since we were healed of it. But yet these crazy-ass psycho people, demonic spirits, want to try to weaponize that against women. Right? When I'm telling you you've been healed of it, you're free. It's over. It's done. It's forgiven. Now what matters is who you are, how you treat other people, and how, first and foremost, how you treat yourself. Right? That's what matters now. Not whether or not a king is more powerful in a card game than a queen. It's stupid. I can win with the queen every time. So think about it. This one here, one small tiny hat lie for man and one giant hoax for mankind. The imaginary, what did Trump call it? That's what I say when I'm out in public now. Oh, you're afraid of the invisible enemy, are you? I'm not. I'm not afraid of some CGI cartoon ball. Screw you, tiny hats. And neither are the people that are with me. We're not afraid of you. Actually, we're coming to exterminate you. So carry on. This is cool. Texas Giants. These were some big Texas men here. We got this one here, Shade. They called him Shade because he probably gave everybody shade height. 7 foot tall and 11 inches. Almost 12. I don't know. Maybe that just says 7 feet. Yeah, 7 feet, 10 inches. 7'8". These guys were giants. I'm not saying they were descendants of Nephilim either. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the New World Order has done a lot to our diets and changed a lot of things, and they've stunted a lot of what we should be. But I'm not going to get into the specifics of that. I need a drink. Hold on. I'm getting all excited now. I get fired up when I see the women hate propaganda because it's such an attack on something that's so beautiful. Mothers of creation. Are you kidding me? It will be fixed soon here. What income do you need to afford a house now in Canada? This is insane. You get those people, oh, I bought a house when I was 20, got married and had 2 kids. Yeah, it cost you $10,000 to do all that. And you had a vacation, 2 cars, and a house full of food every week on one job. Now, because of the Zazel and the fact that we needed to see what would happen if wickedness was allowed to just run rampant without being controlled, without being eradicated, right? Because people say, what a bad creator he is. He killed all those people in the Old Testament. Well, how great do you think the creator is when he comes and actually takes all these wicked people out? Look, you need to make $221,000 a year. Is that what this is saying? No, median after-tax income has to be above $66,000. It is $66,000, and to have houses in these cities, you need to have $221,000, $212 for Toronto, right? Look at these prices. This is impossible for people to live. What they've created is someone that is dependent on the government handouts, on the tiny hat people that didn't want to go to work. They said, hey, I've got a plan. We don't have to do anything, right? We'll just screw them with the bank and with the cost of living. It's disgusting. I ask all of the heavenly administration above that's watching, can you please help me? I want to buy, what if I wanted to buy a house? Or my daughter, or anyone else, your daughter, or you on the other side of the screen. I'm fighting for you too. This is wrong. This isn't the way that we were created to live. We were created to all have our piece of land, to all be able to use the resources, to all be able to travel. Everything that they're doing, it has to be stopped. It has to be stopped right now. And if I'm the only human being that's willing to get up here in the morning and say it, I'll do it. And I'm going to do it until I'm gone. And when I'm reborn, I'm going to do it again until it's finally done. And that's who I am. Let's continue on. Getting too excited again here. Let's slow down. Crushing it. The WEF and the blackface Justin Trudeau. Richie Senyak, or whatever you want to call them. Freedom. They're crushing it. They're destroying it in these stupid ass tacky outfits with the anus plug thing that they are wearing as a logo. Was disgusting and a joke, and in fulfilling the scriptures that these idiots, they're become more like idiots. It's obvious for the whole world to see. You just got to open your eyes. Everyone can see. I'm not the only one that wants to move to this here island. I think a lot of us do. A lot of us have had enough. I'm not going to stay quiet either. But I would like to go here. Have like a dance hall somewhere where we could do some dance music and have fun, celebrate. There's not any hockey arenas on here, so I'm not going to get to play. But this is beautiful. We could do some fishing, some sailing. This house right on the water, huh? It's peaceful. It's an interesting quote from Bruce Lee here. It says, an unhealed person can find offense in pretty much anything someone else does. But a healed person understands that the actions of others has absolutely nothing to do with them. Bruce was so smart. He was such an emotionally, intelligently strong, authentic person. He didn't care what anyone else thought. Bruce had honor. He had honor. And what other people need to understand is that people only see projections of themselves. People, even on a basic level, someone could say that's blue and someone could say that's green. So we don't even see on the same level. We don't hear on the same level. We don't feel on the same level. But what we need to do is we need to work together. And we need to understand that if someone is having a bad day or they did something, a mistake to you, the best thing to do is to not do that back, right? Is to just realize that it had nothing to do with you. People do these things all the time. Bruce knew it, right? And he was sharing it with you, and now I am too. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, November 25th. It's now 8:10 in the Central Standard Time. If people only knew how bad it was and is. You got True, I'm spelling his name, Pedal, now hanging out with you know who, Podesta, all these guys. Again, I ask the heavenly administration above how this is allowed to take place. How is this allowed to take place? According to Forbes, get this, the net worth of True Pedal has grown in the last 2 years from he was worth $10 million. It was crazy 2 years ago. He's now worth $385 million. And he only gets paid $371,000 a year. And remember, he only gets half of that, right? What's going on? And I said it too. I'm going to throw them in the lake of fire, and I'm going to throw all your coins with you. You can take them with you into the lake, Justin. This one says, Mommy, what's woke? It's when people pretend a fat bloke in a dress winning a woman's beauty contest is normal, honey. Yeah, that's a good answer. This is a smart mom. It is a smart mom here. This absolutely, how to properly measure someone's foot for a shoe. 2022. I mean, did you know that? I mean, when was the last time you had your foot in one of these? Oh, some days. Some days. We get good content here. We get different stuff. We like to laugh. It's a very small team, but we work hard and we really take care and we want to always bring out good content. So that's what matters the most to us. So I'm going to play another song. I'm going to be back after this.
There's something strange about the way I see her face. Trying not to call you by another name. Listen to my heart, I think I missed the page. I always say a shot in the dark, and I played myself from the start, but I still end up in your car. I love how this keeps going, and I danced off a cliff. Oh baby, it's so typical, taking shots from the hip. Tell me why you're so difficult. and it danced off a cliff. Oh baby, it's so typical, taking shots from the hip. Tell me why it's so difficult. She's looking like all that I dream about. No, never works out tomorrow. Now to do it again, and it danced off a cliff. Oh baby, it's so typical, taking shots from the hip. Tell me why it's so difficult. She's looking like all that I dream about. No, it never works out somehow. Now I'll do it again, and it danced off a cliff. Oh baby, it's so typical.
What a good one. Let's take lead with the brand new song Cliff. I loved it. I thought it was great. Good vibe. That's what we do here. That's Cliff again with Take Lead. You can find that link in the chat after the video publishes. What a great new song. Thank you for tuning in. It's Friday, November 25th. The time is now 8:16 a.m. in the Central Standard Time. And I am the one that... It's called RJ Shine. Let's get into this truth here. It says the reality is no lives matter to the psychopaths in charge. This is something that if everybody could figure out soon, much quicker than figuring it out, we would be in a better off place. There'd be a lot less problems going on if the psychopaths weren't allowed to be in charge. But hey, look at the amount of people that tune in for this content. If we want to talk about who's in charge, people will want what they want, and they're going to be given what they want until the time comes that that's taken away, right? We have to be super careful that we understand that there is an allotted amount of time for Azazel to run rampant in the realm, and then it's over. And unfortunately, people that want to follow him are going to go with him. And the people want to follow the truth and love and creation are going to go with Yahawah. So the choice is going to be yours. But if everybody can figure this out, that the people in charge are psychopaths, and they don't care about anybody, black, white, brown, yellow, tiny hat, no hat, they just care about themselves. They're narcissists, psychopaths, demons, really. They want you to eat this. This is gross. I will not eat crickets. I will not eat larvets. I will not eat this. No. It's toxic, right? Birds have different digestive systems that are able to produce and digest these things and get sustenance from it. We cannot. It kills us, right? Stay away from me with this toxic poison. Elonald coming in. You know, it's funny that we were, again, Jason was out on the front saying that this was going to be something that they were going to push. And Elon was set up. He's just a puppet run by a bunch of other people. They're going to make him the freedom fighter. SpaceX is owned by NASA, right? The government owns SpaceX, right? Elon's for carbon taxing, and he's trying to give Trump his voice back. And we've seen it all coming. We're watching it. We're documenting it. This is funny. Come and play with us, Donald. Oh, I'm sure he'll use it for something. This one here, if you didn't know about the USS Liberty Bell, number 7. It's Grissom, another astronaut getting in here. As you can see, just before the takeoff, they had to use duct tape to seal the capsule that went into outer space. If you didn't know, right? Did you know this? This went to outer space, and it was sealed with duct tape. Right? Pay no attention to the duct tape. Sad thing is, yes, you and I and everyone else that's been born into here for the last, I guess, 100 years or 80 years was indoctrinated from birth to believe in the heliocentric lie. It's true. It's true. But it's okay. We can let it go. Right? It's fine. It's over now. It can go. Interestingly here, this one, we got Earthrise from the moon. So this was Earthrise from behind the moon in 2015. This was the picture that we got. And then in 2022, Artemis now, right? This great long thing. They created their Gnostic nonsense, having you sit in anticipation. They had to take it down, and the hurricane, and finally it launches, and boom, they send us back. This is what Earthrise 2022 is. I don't even know what this thing is. I don't know what that is. It's supposed to be a comet or something, but You can see there's a discrepancy in sizes of the Earth here, as you can see. If you're paying attention in class, this Earth is really big and this Earth is really small, right? This one in this picture was supposedly further behind. This one was further behind the moon. This is some kind of satellite, right? And this is Artemis. So you be the judge if you think this is real. I have a bridge for sale. It's in a country called Israel. This one here, gear for 1,300 miles per hour, right? 45,000 feet in elevation. You got to wear all this stuff. An oxygen. This is a compression chamber. So it compresses you because as we go higher in altitude, everything expands and swells. You need this suit on to compress you. But this one here, apparently you can go 2,200 miles an hour and you can go 350,000 feet. Is this the guy from Dude Perfect? See, they're always psyoping the kids. It's sick. It's disgusting. That's why, again, Azazel was allowed to run rampant so people could see what happens when you allow that. This is what happens. It's crazy that anyone thinks that anyone went into outer space. Condemnation before investigation is your admonition to indoctrination. It's a good new rhyme to that one. It's not the way that this statement used to go, but I like this version of it. I think it's great. And yes, the Earth that you've seen and grew up looking at were paintings. I'm sorry. Yes, they were paintings. They were paintings all along. In 1969, Apollo 2 astronauts Neil Armstrong and, hammered all the time Buzz Aldrin donated this moon rock, this one here, to Amsterdam. Were they over there in the red light district? Who knows what they were doing? In 2009, researchers associated with the museum discovered, that it was in fact, just petrified wood. It's like the Peltdown Man in the evolution hoax. It was a human skull mixed with a monkey skull, put together and brought to you, served to you. A lie. NASA convincing people you can get to the penthouse of a building suite by taking the elevator to the bottom floor. They're fireworks, CGI, they use balloons, they use all kinds of stuff. Basically, what you have is a magic show. And the company's name is NASA, and go figure the rapist site Disney, right? Thanks a lot, assholes. Moon emits her own light, the lesser light, to rule the night, the moon. Anyone who does any 3D modeling rendering knows exactly how light transfers off of spherical surfaces. Okay, you learn it. Basically, you have to learn where to put the light, the distance away, the size of the glow, and the everything. This moon does not, in any shape, form, have a spherical. It doesn't show you curved. It looks more like a hockey puck or a cookie. Or we don't even. It's a light in the sky, a luminary, a light. People want you to think it's rock. They want you to think it's a sphere. No, it's a light, and it draws energy from the sun and its movements through the heavens, spiritually, the moon. Every dinosaur model on display for the public to see, yes, are fake bones made of plaster. You should all know this by now, right? And what they say is the real bones are called holotype specimens, and due to the radiation, the toxic radiation, which is another hoax, nonsense lies from the pits of hell, they say you can't beat around those bones, so we had to move them to the basement of the Smithsonian or in some Vatican thing, right? But there is no holotype. What they do is they go and they dig in the ground and they dig out the shapes of what they think the bones would be, and then they make a cast out of the dirt they just dug into that shape, and then they say, boom, we've discovered a dinosaur. And boom, Freemasonic hoax, they put money on it. The Jesuits, they all going to make money. Me and Jason could start a dinosaur museum theme. We could move the dirt. We live on a giant rock hill. We're almost 1,000 feet above elevation here in the hill country in Texas. Okay, we could dig the earth down. We could sculpt out of the ground dinosaur prints. We could do it. We could make bones and everything, and we could have this huge thing if we were made Freemasonic, Jesuit, cucked out order followers. We could do it. We could be rich and famous. That's how everyone else is doing it. If you didn't know, that's how they're doing it. Now you know. Am I still alive if they shut me down? No, I guess I'm still alive. This is great. I'm not recording it though, so anybody else that you can download it as soon as possible. Everyone on the team. This one says, why do we need cell towers every 3 miles if, the president could call the moon in 1969, which is an absolute absurdity of a joke. I can't even drive to the top of the hill that I live on. My phone goes out of service. Right? They never called anyone on the moon. It was nonsense. It was fake. He was in on it. Now you know. Getting back into the whole, yeah, they put cocaine and Coca-Cola back in the day thing, right? The benefits of Coca-Cola right here. Great toilet bowl cleaner, it says. Yeah, it works really well. Try it out, yeah. It cleans dirty car battery posts, right? You know, where you hook up the positive and the negative. You just take those things off. You get you some Coke, right? If you see any of your loved ones or any like that drinking it, just say, you know what, can I take some of that? They'll say, yeah, you know, so take the Coke, go out to their vehicle, open the hood, pull that connector off the post and scrub it and show them, look at how amazingly clean. It just make that post look spotless, brand new, shiny, right? Removes glass cleaner, right? Wow, okay. Loosens rusty bolts. If you can't get that bolt out, your buddy's doing some mechanic work, say, hey, you got any Coke in the fridge? Go and grab it. Pour that all over the bolt will come right off. Watch, crack it, it'll come off. Removes ink stains. Wow. This is anti-ink. Removes concrete stains. So if you got some concrete path in your house or some rocks or anything outside stain, go on, pour your Coke on that, not inside your body, right? Remove stains from tiles. Maybe you got some tile, you got some red wine stain on your tile. Go ahead, pour your Coke on that instead of in your body here. It says it makes a great chrome cleaner. It does. It polishes really well. It does polish things. This is what the benefits of Coca-Cola are. And to all the people that have made this, you are all going to pay for all the poisons and chemical toxins. I can't even believe time calling Elon Musk the man of the year. He's now the richest man in the world. How retarded does anyone have to be to think this guy has the most money in the world? Does anybody know who Jacob Rothschild is and what his family had done and has? And to think that this puppet that works for NASA, right, to fake space for you, and his cars are exploding everywhere, you think he is the man of the year? He's going around Twitter with his Halloween costume on still, people. He's in an infantile. His mentality is that of a little child. There's something very twisted and wrong with this man, right? He's a sick man. And this is what this realm wants to produce as the man of the year. I don't think so. He's toxic. This one's sweet. It says, children do not enter this world with bad intentions. People who think they do are wrong. They do not come to wear us out either. Nor do they come to test our patience or to push us over the edge. Little ones have come to this place because they have a need for love and a connection and belonging. And these are things that we need to harvest and support out of our youth. We want to love them, be patient. I don't know about you on the other side of the screen. It must be tough right now having to deal with little ones asking questions. Why do I have to wear the mask? This and that. And the hand, like, don't put any hand sanitizer on your kids. Don't put any masks on them. Right? Let them play in the dirt. I know it's probably getting cold if you're in the north. It's crazy what they've done to this place. I remember this is how we used to lock our phones in the 80s. I don't know. I'd never seen one of these before, but I see that they existed. I think that's funny. A lot of people have to lock their phones. Mine does it on me. I can't stand it, but it's the feature with the phone. What are people doing where they have to lock their phones from other people? What are you guys doing? If you got to lock your phone from someone else, what's going on? What are you doing? Something's not right in your spirit. You got to fix that. So that you should always have your phone unlocked. You know, what if someone needs to, boom, they can answer your phone. Hi, yeah, okay, yeah, he'll be right back. You know, people need to be more honest and trustworthy now. But we're going to get into another sound break, and we're almost through this morning. So thank you for tuning in.
See high life didn't make it hard to breathe late night. Did you ever get to sleep? Shadows, was it like a silhouette? Shadow, clinging like a cigarette. Fragile, baby, was it in your head? Did it get you closer to the bodies that are leaving you colder? Did the high ever take you lower? Do you still feel it all over? Is it tunnel vision? Baby, on a chemical mission, when the mind can't get what it's missing. Did it ever leave you wishing? 'Cause I do. Right on my tongue on a trip when I'm touching you. And I feel you in my lungs till my body's coming out of that sugar. I talking sweet, sweet lies. I wish we never said goodbye to sugar. But it's more than just taste. Got me hooked on the haze. I could write you a letter, but it wouldn't make me stay. Maybe tomorrow I won't have to try to cover my back when I'm acting like I'll be fine. 'Cause I do. Right under my tongue on a tip when I'm touching you. And I feel you in my lungs till my body's coming out of that sugar. I talking those sweet, sweet lies. I wish we never said goodbye to sugar.
That's Jay Vaz. You're going to be hearing a lot more of that content creator in my mixes coming up. Let's get back into these memes here. Thank you for tuning in. It's now 8:32 a.m. in the Central Standard Time, Friday, November 25th. November's gone. It's almost out of here, right? I hope you guys had a good November. I hope you did stuff that you left a piece of you in. This one's hilarious. It says, when music wasn't in the cloud. Do you guys remember going to the record rack, or what was it called? HMV? Do people still do that? Maybe they do. I don't know. The malls still exist? Is everything Amazon now? I don't know. It might be. It might not be. But I remember when music wasn't in the cloud, it was like this. It sucked having to carry all these things around. DJing was super expensive. A record was like $30, $40. You had to buy each record. And they're big and clunky. You had to carry them around in milk crates. It was tough. So much better now. This one's very, very sweet. It's a tough one to... It's not sweet. Trying to help people understand what's going on right now is like going back into a burning building to pull someone out, only to have them keep punching you in the face and demand evidence that the building is actually on fire, even after they admit they can see the flames. I'm dealing with this. I know you're dealing with this, and I'm sorry. The best thing to do is just not to pull them out of the fire anymore. It's just to do you. Be healthy. Shine. Continue to get healthy. Continue to work on you each and every day. And through your work, through your effort and your accomplishments, other people are going to be like, hey, how's that person doing that? They're not wearing the face thing. They're not putting the hand sanitizer on. What are they doing different, right? Because when you go and tell somebody advice that hasn't asked for the advice, it's usually not recepted. It's not accepted. People aren't receptive to advice that they weren't asking for. But I'm sorry to everybody out here that's going through this. Just keep fighting. Stay strong. Work on you every single day. This one says if sheep could vote, they'd pick the guy who feeds them, even if it's the same person who will slaughter them later. Right? It's the problem with the voting. right? You're left and right as the dog fighting happened with the fence being put in between it. It's all created to divide so that they can control you. Bitcoin, we told you, was a scam, and it's certainly a scam, and it is being turned into the blockchain Fed coin. The Canadians are coming out with it. Next week we'll probably have a tweet on that. They're coming out with the digital loonie. It's coming soon to Canada, so be prepared. But you had all this nonsense going on. Anybody that's following it that knows the Bitcoin. This one was funny. It says, "Where's my money, Joe?" Relax, Vladimir. I have 87,000 IRS agents collecting it right now. Illegal taxing. It says, what is destiny? There is no such thing as chance in this realm. Think about destiny as an indestructible magnetic pull between you and all the things that are meant to be yours. It's as if there is an invisible cord which is continuously reeling you into the people, places, and things you signed up to experience before you incarnated here. That is what destiny is. What is destiny? Reduce anxiety, stress, and mental anguish by realizing that it has already been written. What's meant to be yours is on its way to you by virtue of forces way beyond your control, and which are, yes, predetermined. So let go of your fear. It's time to let go. It's really time to let go of the fear. Really, you got to. What's the point? And start becoming who you are and living, following your intuition and your passions in this place. You're needed. You're needed. We're all needed. And as I can see here now, it looks like it's a little truncated. How crazy is it that the entire world is aware of the fact that our elite not only are, but they had an island that was used specifically to his. And everyone is still going on with their lives like, no big deal. G20, though, Bali leaders declaration, it says. Go down to this highlighted section. Recognizing digital solutions and non-digital solutions, including proof of Jabolas. That's what they want. This is your mark of the MOTB. Build on the success of the existing standards and digital Cerveza 19 certificates. That's what they put these stupid ass outfits on to usher in. Right? A wise man makes his own decisions. An ignorant man follows public opinion. You were born an original. So go on, don't be a copy. Be you, be original. There's enough people doing everything else all like everyone else. Do something different. Find a different color. Find a different song. Do you. We need diversity. This one says, those who do not see your soul are sadly usually the ones still searching for their own. This is beautiful art. Whoever made that. You know, continuing with that theme, you cannot talk butterfly language with caterpillar people. You just can't. You just can't. They'll just hear whoa, 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 whoa. That's all they're going to hear. They don't get the resolution or the clarity. You do, because you're special and you're powerful. This one says, sometimes you have to risk it all for a vision no one can see but you. Is this you? So go on, risk it all. Follow your heart, follow your dreams. This one says karma, though. When a bird is alive, it eats ants. When the bird is dead, ants eat the bird. Time and circumstances can change at any time. Don't devalue or hurt anyone in your life. You may be powerful today, but remember, time is more powerful than you. One tree makes 1,000,000 matchsticks. Only one matchstick is needed to burn 1,000,000 trees. So be good and do good, because when karma lands, it lands hard. So come on, don't think because today you got your youthfulness or your strength, because tomorrow you might not. So those that you hurt while you had it are going to hurt you back. Lie and be lied to. Cheat and be cheated on. Steal and be stolen from. Right? This is the truth of everything that is in reality. This is the way that it works. This is the way that it is. I'm never going to stop telling you these same words. Lie and be lied to. hate and be hated. Choose then to be loved and to love and to work hard and to care about people, to do the work for nothing, for free. Do it for the fact that you have the ability to do it. Karma. This one says, the fires of suffering actually become the light of your consciousness. So if you're in a dark place right now, if you're suffering, if you've had a hard time, if the days are tough, if you don't like getting up, if you have a hard time going to sleep, if you're in pain, it's actually going to become light. It's going to change you into a spiritual, conscious, powerful being. That's what you already are. You just have to get rid of what you're not so you can realize it. This is super important. Marakai. Do something with your soul, creativity, or love, leaving a piece of yourself into what you are doing. This is what we were born to do. I was. And every single day I think of what can I do to leave a creative piece of my soul. And I do it. I do it without question or fail. Because I want to be Marakai. That's who I want to be. And I want you to be that too. Last but not least, never give up. Please, never give up on anything that you want. It says boldly go in the direction of your dreams. Stand tall. Show the world what you are made of. When the world beats you down, find a reason to get back up. Never give up on success. Feed your mind ideas of success, not failure. Remember, the only way you can fail is if you actually give up. Every time you fail, you actually come one step closer to succeeding. You are not scared. You are courageous. You are not weak. You are powerful. You are not ordinary. You are remarkable. So do not back down and do not give up. You're needed. The spiritual warfare rages on right now. So get up, get involved, and do something while you still can. If you got anything out of this content, join us on Reality Check over on Telegram. I'll put the link in the comment section below after the video publishes. That's where you can find us because we're getting taken down off all the social media sites for speaking truth and boldly not giving up and following our dreams. And that's what we want you to do. So have a good weekend. Thank you for making it through all this. I don't know if you were able to do it in one sitting. That's pretty talented. If you watch this from the beginning to the end without pausing, put a comment below and let me know you did that. I'm interested. But anyways, I hope everybody has a good weekend. Follow your heart. Do what you love to do. And I'll see you guys on Sunday on Beyond Flat Earth. I'll put a link again in the comments. We're going to read the second book of Enoch. It's a pretty interesting book. So make sure you join us, okay? Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful weekend.
It's only when I lose myself in someone else that I find myself.